getting a stern talking to by the referee.
Yep. Now remember, everyone, shoot to the left. But yeah, as you were saying earlier, everyone congregates at the beginning of the game and can definitely see it's all in that red to green earlier.
Yep. Yeah. So this is game H, I believe now.
And okay, cool. Do have 20 players. Someone just hadn't pulled the trigger there for a sec.
Maybe they got tagged at the start before they could.
So predictions for this one. I feel Spider's always strong in a solos game.
Spider will be up there. I wouldn't be surprised to see Memeless sitting right at the top of the pack by the end of the game.
And also Bonfire. I think the Apex boys had strong showings in their previous solo.
Yep.
So,
Ninja has done well in solos in the past as well, I believe. He did have a rough first game, so he's going to have to pull out something pretty spectacular here, I think, to avoid replicharge.
Yeah, he's coming off a bit of food poisoning at the moment.
So, I did hear that, yeah.
Solos is actually his tester as for whether he plays team games tonight. So,
we've got a warning. On Memeless.
Can still work back from it. So packing in the first game, take 2 terms and still be in the top 5.
Oh, wow.
So whatever he was doing, would have loved to have seen his score without...
I mean, cheating by the sounds of it.
I mean, the terms would indicate that.
Hazmat off to a good start. Another fellow Riptide.
Oh, nice salt. Ooh.
2 warnings.
Okay, refs have taken the safeties off their guard boxes this game.
They are locked and loaded.
Sorry, just got to shout out Brad, who is playing practically one-legged. Still going. No, I put myself down for solos on the radio, and I will play my solos. But that said, it's, as we were talking about earlier, a lot about positioning and farming points. So you don't necessarily need to move a lot. Your positioning and your brawling just needs to be good.
Yeah. That being said, I did watch Bonfire on this bottom left camera here come flying through, tag 3 people, and disappear in the space of a couple of seconds.
And that shows himself into first.
And that shows being 1,000 points almost in front of second.
Yeah.
So he's off to a really, really strong start this game. 3 minutes in, and he's locked himself in a pretty comfortable lead.
Yep.
There's Ninja sitting up in the top row.
Yep. So maybe he realizes that he does need a much better game. Found himself a better position.
Yeah, it certainly seems that way. Wardy, I think, has done pretty well in solos in the past as well. I believe he was in solos finals in Bendigo.
I feel like even just watching him play in the arena, I think he would thrive in this.
Yeah. My first nationals in Adelaide, he actually played for New South Wales. And yeah, he was always the player on his team that had a knack for finding the points in team games. So solos, I think, lends to his strengths as a player. BMW is up there, one-legged, having a good time. You have anything going on at blue this game? Oh, there's a little bit. A couple of people floating around. There is a ref standing inside that exit-only zone, making sure that people aren't playing out of it.
Yes, because even though it's not team games, it's not base of act, that the rules for those zones do still apply.
Yep.
Much the same with the one-person zone in red and the 2-person zone in green.
That's correct. But also, I think just for safety reasons as well, like that exit-only in blue base, it is very narrow because it's designed as exit only, so it makes sense to have it still, you can't shoot out of it or like play in there.
Yep.
Member leveled up. Well done.
But yes, I find it's very good in team games. Because especially when it's a lot of people in and around the base, that exit door just allows you to leave safe.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially with how chaotic that base gets at times.
Yeah.
Blue base, from what I've seen so far anyway, tends to get a lot busier than the other two inside the base. So it's easy to just walk out that exit only.
I feel it's much easier to lunge that base, so you just naturally end up with more people getting in.
Yep.
And not necessarily dying on the lines. And then taking defenders out, defenders filling, more people lunging. But I suppose back to the game
Member
at
leveled
hand.
up. Well done.
Bonfire pulling ahead. Well, not that far ahead of his teammate Ninja.
Ninja's closed that gap.
Who must have heard your request for a stronger game. Wardy and Spider also up there. BMW just whatever he's doing, just keep
he's
on
still
doing.
kicking on.
Let's see. Little surprised to see Dark Passion down in 12th, struggling a little this
Member
game.
leveled up.
Yeah,
Well
he's
done.
sitting around the 100% TR, but maybe he's not as comfortable in a position as he'd like to be, I guess.
Member leveled up.
And,
Well
and
done.
Memeless struggling this game as well.
Yeah, I feel like maybe the warning threw him off a little bit. He lost his momentum
Member
early.
leveled up. Member
Right,
leveled
if
done.
you
Well
take
done.
that term away, you would be in the top 6 or 7.
Member leveled
But
up.
again,
Well
there's something
done.
that needed a term. It's good that the refs are handing those out.
Yeah, for sure.
But Bonfire on for a really good game. Already 5,000 points with a minute and a half left.
Yep. He's looking at finishing a comfortable 6,000 plus, I think, at this point. Just the way he's been making tags all game.
Now, Domshell, is that Dominator from Hobart?
I could be wrong, but I believe so, yes.
Member leveled up. Well done.
Another second-year player.
Member leveled up. Member leveled. Well
again,
done. Well done.
Showing really good transfer
Member
of
leveled up.
form
Member leveled
from
up. Well done.
Hobart
Well done.
into
Member
an away
leveled up.
arena.
Yep.
Well done.
They're doing really well.
Hazmat, unfortunately, with a very strong start, he's dropped off a little bit. He's sitting just inside the top half, kind of bouncing around that 10th to 12th sort of place.
I suppose
Spider's picked it back up.
Member
He's sitting up
leveled
in
up.
4th
Well
now.
done.
Highest tag ratio.
nice.
Looks like Bonfire's been denied the points run that he was using most of the game at this point. He definitely slowed down. He's only made a couple of 100 points in the last minute or so.
Oh wow, yeah.
Slowed down quite a bit.
Because he's
Member
only got
leveled up.
450 odd
Well
points
done.
in, as you say, the last minute. So
Yep.
he's having a rough. And a couple
wow.
of warnings going, maybe a collision
Member
or
leveled up.
something. For two
Possibly,
people to get
yeah.
a turn.
Game over.
Bombshell and
Please
Fulcrum.
proceed to
The
exit.
4 warnings of the game. The refs are not holding back today.
No. So not quite the 6 we thought Bonfire was on for, but still just over 5.5.
Yep. Again,
solid
2
score.
players over 5,000, and then 4 players over 4,000. So bit of a lower scoring game on the top end this time overall.
But the top 5 above that past score that we were talking about earlier. Peregrine in 6th, 4,000, still not a bad score.
Celery a tag behind Peregrine.
Mhm.
BMW a tag behind. Brownie a Diak behind.
Yep. Brody, first year player and showing very promising signs, so well done. Memeless, 3.5. Hazmat, Domshell,